តូចសុវត្ថិកា Team, can you help check the microphone? So for this case, we'll reset the times again.
Hello? Okay. Have you ever read newspaper? Well, the answer might have been yes for the elders. Maybe they were sipping teas and smoking their cigarette in early of the morning. But for young generation like us, or can be known as Gen Z, maybe when we were born, we have never even seen or read newspaper at all. Well, most of us never did. So the point here is that newspaper is becoming less and less known to the younger generations. And it is dying more and more without even us realizing it. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings. Today I'm going to talk about the topic which is newspaper shall soon be obsolete. But before going any further, I would like to decline some keywords. According to Oxford Dictionary, newspaper is a printed paper that includes articles, news, or advertisements, and etc. Whereas obsolete is referring to those things that is already deleted but is being reused by something new. So the question of today is, do you think that newspaper will be deleted in the next 5 years, or will it be adapting to the age of the digital? I will first start with the first main reason, the rise of the internet and its convenience. Well, it's although that the digital media, it requires electricity or Wi-Fi, but it doesn't cost you any space at all. For example, in the old days, there would be piles of newspapers stacking up in the corner of your room. And you have to reuse it, you have to recycle it, take it to the trash, and then buy a new one. But now there is something called smart devices, including your mobile phones or your computer, that you can check any information that you want, from social to politics, from economic to sports, anything that you want, you can watch on it. And even if you miss the news, you can always go back to replay or rewatch it. But if you miss the printed newspaper, you have to go back to the office and ask for that, read it, and then buy a new one, and it costs you money. With its convenience, it also uses less resources and it's delivered fast. For instance, if you are in a hurry to go to work or to go to school, but you just need to take a glimpse to know what's going on around you or around the world, before you have to go to a newsstand to buy a newspaper and read it. But now, you can just use your thumb or your finger to scroll around on social media or your trustable website, and you can know everything that you want to know. Even the information outside of this galaxy is on the internet or on the social media. And the second point is that the advertiser is declining to advertise their ads on the print newspaper. According to clubs.waketech.edu mentions that newspaper circulation is declining for over a whole decade. And according to one interview by William Welch, who was a retired journalist from USA, mentioned that, quote, as the internet rises, many advertisers are also trying to find the changes on where and how they can improve their advertisement in order to attract or gain more profits, end quote. This means that the advertisers are becoming unwilling to sell their ads to the printed newspaper due to the popularity of the digital media. And it only makes sense because think of it, how many times do you scroll on your phone? Even right now, even when you're watching movie, when you're playing games, there are always ads popping up and it's irritating you. But you know what? Those advertisers are gaining money from you about that. And that's why they would rather prefer to sell their ads to the digital media rather than printed newspaper. In a nutshell, I would say that the bad news is that the newspaper will soon become extinct or even disappear. However, the good news is that newspaper will be adapting to the digital age, but in a different form. For example, in a digital newspaper or digital media. And in the end, I would like to say that in the end of the day, you will realize that newspaper will just end up in the corner of your room covered by a white cloth. It just stays there, not going anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Vitika. Judges, do you have any comment?
Yes, thank you so much, Tika, for your amazing performance. I think I want to share this comment because others contestants can learn from you. It's relating to the body language. I think you have a very natural way of delivering your speech, and your body language actually complements what you are explaining to us. For example, when you want to explain the scrolling, you actually do the act of scrolling, and it actually helps attract the audience. And the second point is about your tones of voice. You actually change your tone up and down. You make a pause. And this really helped attract the audience attention and make us excited about what you're going to talk next. I think you did really well, and I share this comment so that others can learn from you. So very well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
ណភូមិជាសាលាចំណេះទូទៅខ្មែរធំជាងគេនិងល្អជាងគេនៅកម្ពុជា